For a long time now, one of the main concerns with Hyperia has been the theming, but is the coaster really lacking in this department, or will we be pleasantly surprised on opening day? Well, in this video I'm going to look at every detail of theming we currently know of, and what's potentially coming to the ride. So let's start with the exterior to both the maintenance bay and the station building. Hyperia'S station is looking better than it originally did, with the golden cladding finished and the wings on the side and the front of the station. Recently we've also had some lighting on the bottom of the station which gives us cool alternating effect, which should look great in the dark. Finally, there's a welcome back fearless sign by the coaster's brake run. Moving over to the maintenance bay, over the past week the Find Your Fearless slogan has been completed across the side, with golden bars and black cladding covering the building, so it looks less like a metal shed. This is a big improvement on what there was before, as it wouldn't have looked great without the golden detailing. Now looking at the interior of Hyperia'S station, spoiler alert, some large wings have been added to either side of the building, along with some speakers and hopefully lights for a cool dispatch sequence. And if you look at the map, you'll see that the station is lighting up, so there must be an effect here. I hope it's something like the one on Tutatis, because that looks insane. The park seems to be trying to keep the station under wraps, so that's all I currently know of, but if there is any more information, I'll let you know, so be sure to subscribe. Moving on to the Queueline, which I know I'll be in a lot this summer, we know that there will be a massive entrance structure with the Hyperia wings either side of the Queueline entrance. It won't look as good as the Wicker Man or Mandrill Mayhem's Jaguar, but just look at the coaster. I don't think this is going to be much of an issue. In terms of the actual Queueline, some gold fencing is in place, but outside of the ride area there'll be lower and more stylized fencing, so it's not like the Smiler queue. The epic Hyperia soundtrack will certainly be booming around this area, and we're already seeing some landscaping such as small bushes and trees going in. But if we're looking at proper theming inside the Queueline, not much has been said. Apparently there's going to be a feature which references Logger's Leap, so that should be interesting to see. I'm thinking it could be a restored version of that bird that you used to find at the back of Logger's Leap, as it fits in with the Hyperia theme, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. There should also be a few other small pieces of theming dotted around the Queueline. The ride itself is the only area which I know for certain won't receive much theming. That being said, if you look at theming around other hypercoaster layouts in general, you won't find many with amazing theming. Silver Star being a good example, which literally goes over a car park. From looking at Jack Silkstone's videos, it looks like there'll be some general landscaping around the lake, with the splashdown effects being the main feature. But what I'm most excited to see, or hear, are the audio effects, which we've been told will be around the ride. And it's clear that there are already speakers on the lift hill, ready to play the soundtrack as you ascend to 236 feet. So I'm thinking there will be some other places too which will have speakers in place. Maybe the splashdown would be a cool place for a sound effect. But now let's move to the first area we'll be walking into on opening day, which is the shop and plaza area. Though sadly, I don't know too much about the theming of this section. I've heard the shop will be quite cool with some technological effects. The main attraction though will be the coaster, and maybe the entrance sign if it's big enough. So although many people call Hyperia a stylized ride like Icon, I think it will be a small step above that. I already prefer the unique trains, and although the area won't be nearly as well themed as the Swarms, I think when it all comes together it will look really nice. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and goodbye.